We will just have to see how everything goes. It's very funny that I even did this, because pretty soon I'm going to have to get up and go handle some laundry. But hey, you know what that means? That also means we can go to the BRB screen. Alright. Alright. I'm not sure whether to look at my stream setup or to look at the game. Or to look at you. Well, probably not you. Alright, my mic's working. We have... I'm hoping the chroma key keeps working even though I've got the back of my head up against my backdrop. Temsic Park. Where the music box is. Oh, we're back at the park. Oh, the chef is here. So was Lynn, just chilling. I wonder why Lady Detective looked dejected. At least she isn't dead, but what did she find? What did she find? I didn't even pour myself my drink. I finished off what I was doing earlier today. Got a leaflet of some sort. There we are. What's he doing here? Let's just spend a moment's time with you, my love. Oh, not everything late. La, la. Well, I can't see this here or on the stream setup because the dice are covering it. That's funny as hell. A little late. It's already ice cold. Hey, glad you can tell. Alright, the hat we can probably reach? No? Sing louder, big man. Well. There we are. Lean back. There it is. Well, we can get him moving, huh? We might have to. There it is. Right. See you later. There's a ball in there. We can spin the globe climber. There's a boot here, a leaflet there. A love letter. Don't mind if I do. Rugby ball. So I guess we are not meant to be in the States. Alright. So we just have to spin this and go back to the ball? But stepmother, the ball is life. Alright. We have to move this on us and get this ball down to the other end. There we are. And then we can communicate with her. There you are, Sissel. From your dejected expression, I gather you didn't find what you were. Right, I can't find the music box anywhere. I found something else instead. Something horrible. Horrible? What is it? Oh, there, in the grass. You better see for yourself. Ow. Ow. Looks like a dead body. I nearly died when I saw it. I suppose now that we found it, we can't just leave it there, can we? Nope, I suppose not. She points us in that direction as our only way of getting over there. She is a card. Alright, who is under here? Oh! It's this person. Who's a little strange, but kind of harmless. Stop the park from being turned into a housing site. Protect the park, the rock of the gods. You there. You're talking to me, aren't you? I have some leaflets for you, leaflets I know you'll be very interested. I urge you to peruse it thoroughly, examine it in detail. Never mind that right now, can you remember your name? My name? My name? Does my name matter when there are more important things to worry about? Okay. Come on now, study these tracks with me, my brother. Come and learn about the rock of the gods with me. The night is no longer young, as a matter of fact, daybreak is approaching. But we are young. I don't have time to get involved in your way of life. I am interested in your way of death. Let's go back to 4 minutes before you're dead. 8:25? This guy died at the beginning of the night. So I made up my mind. I resolved to live here in the park and defend it. Okay, what does that have to do with this Rock of the Gods you mentioned? Oh, this is the other guy. This is the detective. You still don't appear to understand. It's written quite clearly in the fourth leaflet in great detail. Excuse me, but I have to use the restroom. Oh, who's Ekin? It's the girl! Oh, look at our weird guy. I'm coming! Hold on! Oh, you're right there! I like how this person's present calls all the things in the park that got us over to the location happen. Now located the target, beauty. And get on the right age and on the right probability at the right time. Oh, so our friend here might have gotten it. Yes, what do you? Ever so gently, Navin. Come right back to your side. How? How do you get a child into that case? Good evening, young lady. Won't you come with me? What's our little guy gonna do? Yeah, good job, Camilla. And she's like, oh no, two weirdos. Oh god, what should I do? What should I do? I have to do something. Let's go, girl! Let's go! What a hero! Oh, never mind. Oh. Interesting. It just moved on its own. What in the world? What just happened? Oh, that's Mino. You know, the mascot, the symbol of Temsic Park. You have the name of the big creepy lump of concrete. Talking about the way it changed direction. Did you see that? Yes, I did. We witnessed it with our own eyes. The power of the Rock of the Gods. Oh, the power of the gods. The power of the gods saved that little girl. And that same power very deliberately crushed you instead. Yes, precisely. That is called the mischief of the gods. The mischief of the gods. Is it a ghost trick? Yeah, that's something that we would not have the power to do. We can barely, like, lift a book. Nah, could have been a ghost trick. Oh, no ghost trick. It changed the direction of it got heavy in midair. Wait a minute. There's somebody with much greater powers than me. Alright, there we are. Because I was like, what do you mean no ghost trick? He's like, maybe I'm just weak. Probably. Yeah, that's kind of wild to be able to manipulate things to that degree. Look at that, there's another flame besides mine. Oh my god, we're actually doing ghost-to-ghost counter-trickery. Oh, so that's the flame of a god, is it? Hold on. Your spirit is a flame too, isn't it? Yeah, so. Pardon me, but are you a god? I sincerely doubt it. Last minute, a big lump of concrete made a huge swing to one side. That'll probably happen to you, too. Who could it be? I definitely believe it's either a god or somebody god-related. Maybe it's better if I talk to this person. Yeah, we can talk. What the? The person with much greater powers than me. It's you? Hey, Sissel! He just wanted to protect his friend Camilla. We can't be mad at Missile. Oh, nice. Missile! You look well for being dead. Did you see? Did you see what I did? I did it! I tried really hard and I did it! I saved Miss Camilla! We love Missile. Oh, poor thing. No, you killed another person. You telling me I was done in by a puppy dog? Missile, what's going on? How did you get the powers of the dead? Glad you asked. After Miss Camilla went out and you left, did... Oh. Missile, stop running headfirst through the door. I worked like crazy to make my own path and I did it. Missile, no. Oh, okay. I'm gonna follow Miss Camilla out into the big wide world. Did somebody else pop Missile? I'm here at this park, I found her last. Yes, you guessed it, I barked. You bet I did. And I went running after her too. no! Missile! 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 And then I guess I died. And then I was unconscious for a little while. When I came to, it was all over. Poor Miss Camilla. Crushed under that big, scary lump. Oh, what have I done? I'm so sorry, little lady. Please forgive me. Miss Camilla! I had to rescue Miss Camilla. It was up to me. I cried out from the depths of my heart, and then... I can't tell you how surprised I was. I bet you understand, right? Better than probably anybody else could. I remember what you did for me, how you saved me. So, you went back, right? Back to 4 minutes before the little lady's death. You bet I did! Let's go! This'll can do it on his own! My chance, I thought. I saw the core. I know, it looks pretty far. I stretched out my paw towards the core. Ooh, how I felt at that moment. I'd love for you to be able to feel it too. Go ahead, Sissel. Go ahead and try it for yourself. Oh my god. I can't believe it. How'd you connect over such a great distance? Well, they don't call me Missile for nothing! Yes, they do call you Missile for nothing. Then you manipulated that minnow thing. Threw it aside? Right on top of my head. Well, no, actually. Huh? I can't manipulate things like you can, Sissel. You can't? Then how did you? I didn't know what to do. Then I happened to see something out of the corner of my eye, and it had a core too. A single leaf hanging from the tree. Can missiles swap things? I tried reaching out to the leaf. The world. I can't manipulate things, but apparently I can swap them! As long as the two things have the same shape, that is. Interesting. So yeah, Missile has just not necessarily a stronger power set, but a different power set. Swap things with the same shape? Go ahead and try it. Press swap. That's incredible. So that's how you saved your mistresses. That's how I became caught up in this, isn't it? I'm very sorry! My powers were too meager. Meager? Because you see, I saw one more. Oh, okay. I haven't noticed one more form. There's something with the exact same shape stuck in the branches of a tree. Oh yeah, the rugby ball. Hey, you're right. If Minnow could be swapped again with that, disaster would have to rain down on my head. What is that thing? It's too big to be a leaf. Whatever it is, I'd much prefer it on my head than Minnow. Why'd you swap them, Missile? I couldn't. I can stretch out my paw a little further than you can, Sissel. But this was just too far for me. I couldn't reach. Maybe working together we can stretch out a little farther. I must admit, it's a fascinating spectacle of a death, if I do say so myself. I kept retrying over and over, seeing if there's anything I can do. I bet there's something you can do now. Huh? We work together, you and me. Sissel, you think so? I'm not letting anybody die in front of me tonight. Do you think you can help me? Of course! Naturally! So we're gonna drop that minnow thing in a different spot. Okay, let's try it. Let's go back again, 4 minutes before. That's wild. Missile has his own ghost tricks. Alright, let's get started. 4 minutes from now, you'll swap Minnow with the leaf, and then you have to swap Minnow with something else. Something with the same shape. I believe that's a rugby ball. Okay, rugby ball, huh? But the rugby ball where it is, Missile can't reach it. That means I have to move it closer somehow. Looks like you and I will have to work together on that one, Missile. Okay, I'm ready! Whenever you want to use my swap trick, just press ZR. That way you'll be able to control me. And then if you press ZR, control come back to me. Okay, let's try it. Together, we can stop Minnow from hurting anybody. Oh, Missile tried his best. Missile! I like that we have to move each soul independently. Alright, so we gotta do like a little, Sissel chain of command here to, open this. Alright, Missile, your powers are key this time. Okay, I'm ready! I can swap anything that has the same shape. You call me if you find anything you want to try. Oh, not that one. Oh, good to know that we can just go to the phone book. Alright, we have to bring the ball to this end. Oh, maybe we could swap, for example, the tire of the ball, or... look at that. Sure are a whole lot of round things around here. Oh boy! That means it's time for me, right? Oh boy! My hair is also round! See, this is powers. So yeah, see, this allows us to get over here. We can reach so much farther. Okay, we have a tire and a ball. Do we have to? I guess this is part of the tutorial. I'm sorry about all this trouble, Sissel. If only my paw could reach a little further. I could have swapped that big lump one more time. Swapped with that rugby ball in the tree nearby. I'm gonna give it my best. Find a path to that rugby ball. So yeah, we need to get Sissel over there. It's not enough just to get, does this help? Obviously, the spinner, you can't really do it. But we can get to the love letter. So there's gotta be some. I think there's something about the love letter, maybe. Look at this funny flattened ball. It's the same shape as that horrible minnow. It's too far to swap. The ball's starting to look horrible to me. Closer. Down the tree, I say. Alright. So I think leaving a missile here is the plan, but we need to get Big Man over there as well. I think, yeah, we need to wait for Lovey here to spin it around. Ooh, here you come already. I swore to myself not to repeat my mistakes. If somebody's in trouble, you should lend them a hand. Otherwise, you'll definitely regret it. Now the recklessness of youth has taken over, giving me lightning fast speed. I've been thinking, if we could stop this man from running, maybe he wouldn't get squished. It'll be easy to stop me once the recklessness of youth has taken over. Stop it, huh? Because he goes through a lot to get there. Oh, shit. Ball is life. Alright. So there's hello. There's leaflets and there's the love letter as well. I'm not sure how that changes anything. Alright. Please, Sissel. Reach a little farther. Alright, I think I need to ruffle this thing. I think if we actually did need to do anything with that, it's a little late now, but let's see if this will do anything. Oh, that was so close. If it hit the ball, it could have knocked you down. Is that all this umbrella can be used for? We're knocking the rugby balls down. Don't forget about my powers. Don't forget about my reckless sense of youth. I don't like that you have to be in different objects. Alright, the umbrella can be used to presumably fall on something or get a missile back down. And what can we... And of course the box gets crushed. Missile swaps things. He doesn't get to like do any fine motor things, he just gets to choose two objects and swap them. which is a phenomenal new thing to just introduce to the game because it's complicated as hell. Can you swap parchment? I think it's got to be something with swapping the round things down below and not anything to do with this. Like, I think just going for the ball itself is probably a bad idea. Like, obviously, we're done here, but... Yeah, I think I needed to, like, maybe grab the first opportunity here. Alright, so, a little guy is gonna come this way. Do we want to swap the baseball and the tire? They didn't really do anything the first time. Can you put the tire inside there? Does that help at all? Does that, like, help Sissel get closer faster? What about the basketball and the baseball? I don't think that'll do anything. Like, what else can Missile swap on this side of the equation? Maybe the love letter. Not the umbrella, obviously. You know, go back to Sissel. The basketball is heavy. Boy, if you don't work out. Because now I can't get over there. There we are. And Missile can move so far. There's got to be something to do with 20 flat ball. Again, Hasio, you can knock it down from the tree. Ah. Right. Okay, so Missile doesn't even have to do that. Missile can just go all the way from there to here. Boy, you need to be able to reach a little farther. Alright. So our guy's stuck here for now. And then it comes back, yeah. Okay, if I wasn't able to make it, I'd be so mad. And then we can't get up there until the leaflets fly all over the place. So there has to be something that Missile can do, right? I mean, we can't directly reach the letters, but... What can we swap with before any of this happens? Maybe we, hold on. Thinking? Maybe we put a tire on the seesaw? There we are. Maybe, I mean, the problem is, because it's the same shape, it goes onto the seesaw in an orientation where it still rolls. Like, this guy is useful and reckless. Drum go dumb? What can we swap the drum with? Anything? I don't think so. And the lever's all the way over here, but... So yeah, like, the umbrella can't be needed to, like... Alright. Reach, my God. There you go. Oh my God. There we go. Alright, what can we do with the umbrella? We can nudge the love letter. We have to make the other end start off low? Freezing my lightning fast pace. We should knock it off, so I think we don't have time to prepare. I think we have to find a way to stop him from running. Use the playground equipment. What? You know, the seesaw, the swing, those things. More pieces of to be exact. Stop him with the equipment. Seesaw, swing. I'm guessing what they mean is try to counteract him with the spinner as he goes around. That's got to be the bigger thing. But the thing that I'm really thinking about is how do we get the... We have to change fate a little bit by stopping his pace. Alright. So yeah, Sissel can manipulate objects and... Alright, let's see. So... Like I mentioned, the swing, the seesaw, and one more thing. Like, that's them trying to be like, oh, wow, you must be a clever lad for using the, what's it called, for using the globe climber, even though they literally tell you to do it. There are a lot of round things around here. It's time for me. There we go. Alright. So, is there anything we can do that's not the spinner itself? Is the real question. Like, I know the game is encouraging me, like, oh, swap some of these round objects, and it's like, do we get anything? Do we get anything for putting the, oh, we're gonna put the tire inside the climber? Like, does anything happen? And then Missile can't quite reach this end of it regardless, so let's talk to Sissel. There we are. Oh my god. Alright, boy, move. Boot. Swap. Climber. There we go. Wow, I see it's coming. Don't you know the first thing off the globe climber? Huh? Little children treat it with the respect it deserves. They know that unless you spin it gently, there's no stopping it. Yeah, it does look pretty dangerous. It looks like I'm just destined to fly through the air like this for a while. Just buy some time. Maybe you'll just keep spinning around like that for the whole 4 minutes. I'm sorry, I don't think I would stand it for that long. We're running for a while. Alright. So now we have... Thanks. So now we need to do something with missile and the leaflets and ball. How do we knock the ball down from the tree is the real thing. Oh! Wait. There's gotta be something we can do where we drop something from here, because the seesaw always resets to here. So maybe we can drop something. No, I don't think missile can swap the balloon, but there has to be some way we can drop something from up there. And then it'll land on the seesaw. And then... yeah, I think if we have Sissel... we have to let this go for a little bit. Oh my god. Jesus. Sissel. If we have Sissel move the seesaw. We can maybe have our guy swap something onto it. What can we swap though? Let's double check our exact list of things we can swap. We have the tire, we have the baseball. What else? Where else can we put the round objects? We can just have one round object on the... Does our guy land on the near side of this or the far side? I guess I don't know now that we've started spinning him around. I think we need to bring down the umbrella so that maybe it catches the baseball. Maybe it like launch something. Maybe have the basketball on the inside. No, the basketball over here maybe, and the basketball can like break the branch. I think it's more likely than the other one. You have to reach. Alright. I want to put the baseball back on. Because I want to have the basketball. I guess I'll find out in the future. And then I don't think we can get to the swing either. I don't think we need to. Alright, you snap this shut, and it dangles here. And then we open it. That's the thing that's getting me. Like, why do they mention once you have the umbrella, like, oh, don't forget about missile? Like, I'm genuinely baffled by this. Where do we want the tire? Where do we want the baseball? And where do we want the basket? Perfect. Like, it's just round objects right now. We are not worried about the rugby ball. Round objects. The tire, the baseball, and the basketball. We need something out of launch. Let's try this. And then our guy is gonna pop down. And I don't know if it's like, oh, you should have the seesaw this way or the other way. Let's try it. Let's just try it both ways, you know? When this looks like it's gonna start slowing down, we'll pop it up. Alright. Let's try this. Oh no, go the other way. I think I should have it the other way, but... Oh yeah, they want it to be this way when he lands. Alright, that one a little bit too high. So yeah, we need the basketball. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna try the basketball next time. People keep just coming over here and shouting at me. Hold on. Alright, there we are. Alright, yeah. We have to go back. We have to have the basketball on there. And that'll be it. But then what else? We also need to get it closer, and I'm sure that's where we need Sicily. Alright, let's see. The main thing we need Sicily for, unironically, is the ability to open this. No, it's for the ability to tip this, I think. The ability to spin the spinner, yeah. Alright. Alright, let's see. you've done a trick. Alright, and then we're gonna put Sissel up in the tree, I believe. I feel like the umbrella has to be something, right? Or is it, like, you need to leave it open for later? I feel like the umbrella's gotta be something. Alright. You know what it is? I probably have to hit it, and then the umbrella later. But, you know what? We'll try it like this time. Like, obviously, they had me do this to get there, and it's like, maybe I'm just overthinking it and doing it early. I get the feeling it's gotta be the basketball, right? I don't think it's gonna be the baseball. Oh, I don't think it's gonna be the tire, rather. The tire's probably too heavy. Basketball's probably a nice in between. Area. Hello? I did not see that coming. I never thought the umbrella would catch the ball. The tree branch, it shook a little. I think I tried to stay too. Let's do a little more. We're not that terrible rugby ball now. This terrible tree! There's a deal of a weight. So we do have to do the tire? I didn't think that guy would land that heavy. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah. Funny flattened ball. Hold on. Yep. Go. I get it. Hold on. Can we swap? Oh, my boy. There we are. Okay. We moved the ball. What do you think, Missile? And with the ball there, I think I can do it. Just a few seconds, you'll swap Minnow with the leaf, and then from there, you can swap Minnow one more time. Final moment is near, Missile. Are you ready? You bet! Alright, let's go, Missile. Missile. Go. Alright. That's the thing. We know in advance he's gonna swap. Alright. So, 3, 2. That's the thing. When that swaps, it's gonna be important. 1. And shove. Swaps here. Okay, watch me, Sissel. Here I go. If you touch it, you can do it, Missile. Swap Minnow with the ball. Let's go. Bonk. Oh, wonderful. There. How's that? My head has been spared. Truly, that was a try worthy of the gods. Now, Minnow is right where he belongs. We did it again, didn't we? Let's go, Missile! What a good boy! Now nobody has to die. Never once brain will somebody. Huh? Talking about you, Missile. Oh, me? I guess you're right. I'm still dead, aren't I? Now let's go back and save your life. Wait a minute. What is it? Now that I think about it, I think I want to stay dead a little longer. What? When I was alive, I couldn't even help Miss Camilla when she was in trouble. I want to be able to protect Miss Camilla. And to do that, I need these powers I have now. I see. Perfectly understandable. Even I wish I had powers like that. Hey, you just saved me. Don't wish your life away already. Oh, of course, you're right. Okay, Missile, have it your way. By the way, Mr. Reckless Youth, a certain detective who needs that music box he found. When we get back to the present time, can you give it to her? Certainly, you have my word. Let's go back to the present. Missile, no! You gotta save Missile. So Camilla ended up in the hands of the kidnappers. We weren't able to change that part. Lynn listened to my story without saying anything. Sorry. Wish there was something else I could have done. No, you did the best you could. I'm sure she's alright, after all. After all, she has me! Look at her hair. Missile? Are you in there? Miss Lynn! Leave Miss Camilla to me! I know I don't look like much right now, but I'm sure I can help her. Missile. Eek. Oh no, our leaf. Miss Lynn! That was interesting. I'm gonna leave it up to Missile. Kinda looks like Missile is being left up to the wind. Oh, okay, so we're not over there. Missile was in the leaf. Oh! Why do you move so weird? I have something to give you. Stop the park from being turned into a housing site. Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods. Aren't you forgetting your promise? Oh, pardon me, pardon me. My apologies. This is for you. Oh. What a pocket. You kept the music box safe, didn't you? Thank you. Not at all. I was only doing what the Rock of the Gods would have wanted. Oh, you alright? What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? He's mesmerized by my beauty. I love how Sissel is always like, I don't see it. This is not a game where you ship the main characters. Hey, the cat's not allowed to get your tongue. Excuse me, but are you... No, it couldn't be. Have we met before? Aren't you that little girl from that time? I'll never forget it. It was 10 years ago in this park. 10 years ago? There's no way. Are you talking about... Oh, what are we doing? I guess we're just talking about them. Okay. Here in this park, the gods surely control fate. Today, 10 years from that day, we meet once again. That isn't the power of the gods, then what else is it? Could it be coincidence? But apparently you know our lady detective here. Can you tell us about it? What happened 10 years ago? Yes, of course. I was actually about to do just that. What's this Rock of the Gods you keep mentioning? Don't you know? It's right there in front of us. Aww. Right where Missile got his ass whooped. Oh, Missile. Wait a minute. You say G-O-D-S, but do you mean D-O-G-S? Of course not. Don't be silly. This is no time for ridiculous word games. You are standing just above the Rock of the Gods now. Take a good look at that monument. Monument? Rock of the Gods. Thameslink Park. The Rock of the Gods. The rock is buried in the ground right there. It's been there 10 years. Ever since that day, it flew down from the heavens and showed us a miracle. A miracle. This rock you've been talking about is a meteorite? Precisely. It dropped from the sky on that day 10 years ago. Yes, of course. Surely you know all about it. Me? That day I just happened to be passing through this park. I had no idea that day would change my destiny. The sun was going down, and through the gloom, I heard the scream of a little girl. Now just calm down and drop that weapon. Stay back. If you come any closer, I'll shoot her. So he wasn't the guy. And obviously he wasn't Jowd. I peeked out fear from the bushes and saw some shadowy figures. I see the face of a criminal clearly. They're really gonna set it up though. It's like, oh, by the way, that was Sissel, and it's gonna be like, whoa, and we're all gonna sit here. We're all gonna sit here, and we're gonna be like, whoa, all right. I knew I should do something to help, but I couldn't move. The tension was so thick it was painful. Just when I couldn't stand it any longer, that's when it happened. The sky suddenly burned bluish white. Alright, so he wasn't involved. This guy was just there. And it crashed into the ground. The meteorite gave off a shower of beautiful fragments. And then I saw it. One of those beautiful fragments pierced into the criminal's back. What? So we're gonna go tell Detective Jowd, no, you should have a clear conscience because you didn't kill anybody. This game. This game. Is that the type of thing they do in Ace Attorney? When it's just like some random shit happened? The judgment of the gods was brought down in the park that day. Well, no, because Sissel's literally alive. I don't know what I'm talking about. Clearly the guy died. 10 years ago, the little girl that was you was saved by the Rock of the Gods. I can't believe it. The Rock of the Gods was given the name Temsik, and still today, it lies sleeping deep in the park's earth. I never knew about Temsik. It's Kismet backwards. It's such an arcane word that I didn't think about it. But now that we're talking about such a 1 in a trillion circumstance of a fragment of meteorite hitting a guy in the middle of a hostage situation. I always thought Detective Jowd was one who saved me. You were very young then, and you passed out from the shock of being taken hostage. Of course you wouldn't remember. That's funny. A huge incident like that should have caused quite a stir. Strange that you never heard of it then. It is, isn't it? But now that I think about it, I remember I didn't want to think about what happened. I avoided the news, and I never came back to this park again. That's why I didn't know anything about it. The meteorite was named Temsik, after the name of this park that fell in. And then the Rock of the Gods was forgotten. Now an awful thing is happening. They're talking about turning the park into a housing site. I'll never forget the miracle I witnessed that day. So I've taken up residence in this park, and I'm trying to appeal to the people. To protect the park, the Rock of the Gods, that is my mission. I see. Oh, Missile. I'm taking you with me, Missile. So, 10 years ago, that little girl was Lynn, wasn't aware of the meteorite. I get that, but Detective Jowd, on the other hand, there's no way he didn't know about this Temsik thing. And if he knew... And the man died. I took his life. What was that confession of his all about? I mean, did he fire his service pistol or not? Like... The rocks of the gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago changed the destinies of many people's lives, like the ripples on a pond when a pebble is dropped in. With every answer I get, I learn about a new mystery. I'll be able to break the chain of mysteries before dawn. Anyway, now that we have the evidence we need, we decide to meet up again at the minister's office. Besides, there are a few questions I want to ask Detective Jowd. Oh, are we gonna find the box and it's gonna have all the rounds in it? Good job, Lynn. I knew you would. Once everything has been resolved, I want you to give this to me. Him? You mean Inspector Cabanella, right? I don't suppose he'll ever forgive me. Detective Jowd. Now then, let's get this thing open. There's a certain knack to doing it, you know. See? Call that a knack? Looks more like brute strength to me. Oh shit. Old thing. Here you are. You can find scorch marks on the grip. Scorch marks? When Camilla built her contraption, she used a special kind of strength. It's a kind magicians use. It burns up in an instant and disappears. How did little Camilla use something like that? I don't know. Maybe because she's a detective's daughter. Not leaving any evidence behind and all that. Case report. There was mention of some scorch marks. Poor mom. When it happened, Camilla was watching from her hiding place. She saw the flame run to the gun, something she naturally didn't include in her design. I took the gun out of the frame and replaced it with a picture. If you remove the picture, you should find the scorch marks behind it on the frame, too. Those marks should match up with the ones on the gun. In other words, it proves the contraption existed there in that room that day. And clearly we saw somebody else rebuilding it in the basement of that other place. And it didn't work the way old little girl intended, is that right? Exactly. Some cowardly culprit modified this. But that angle was never brought up in court. And so, as Justice Minister, I must call off his execution at this point. I knew I was right. It wasn't Detective Jowd. Now we can finally prove that. Thank goodness. Thank you, Lynn. Those eyes of yours, I see the eyes of that little girl from 10 years ago. So yeah, now I guess we gotta keep talking to them because we have some questions for Chow. Sister, if you hadn't come to my cell tonight, I would be gone by now, without ever having known any of this. This is what I deserve. That's what I told myself these past 5 years. Things are different now. Thanks to you, my eyes have finally been opened. Tonight, I've come into contact with a lot of people's lives, got involved in their fates. The only reason I was doing it was to regain my own lost memory. But things are different now. We're connected to each other somehow, I just know it. That's why I need to ask you a few more questions, in order to find the truth about us. Fair enough. Fire away. Cecil told me all about it, Detective Chow. About the manipulator? Yes, and it looks like this manipulator really did a number on the minister, too. Ah! Please don't pick on the minister. If he dies again, I'm the one who has to save him. Ooh! Cecil, do you think that's what happened to me, too? What are you talking about, Lynn? Don't tell me. You were manipulated, too? There's always a part of me that just couldn't believe it. The image of the one who shot me. Now I see the possibility of a new explanation. But who is it? And why did they do it? Alright, we're going to the contraption. Birthday surprise for the mom. That's right. Something's been bothering me about it. I feel like I know that device from somewhere. No surprise there. You lost your life once tonight because of that machine. Right, I knew it! See, Detective Jowd! No, I'm afraid I don't see. I told Detective Jowd about it. Told him about seeing the exact same contraption tonight in a completely different place. Okay, we're finally addressing this. It's very strange indeed. A junkyard on the edge of town. Never even heard of the place. What's more, I've never told a single soul about that contraption. You haven't? That old pigeon guy. Who in the world is he? Detective Jowd, you must have heard this name before. Temsic. The meteorite that fell in the park 10 years ago. You were there. So you found out about that, did you? I hear that meteorite saved little Lynn's life. That's right. I couldn't do anything to help that Lynn that day. But in that case, I don't get it. If it's true, doesn't it mean you didn't steal somebody's life away? What are you talking about? Detective Jowd, you told me that 10 years ago the person who killed the perpetrator in the park was you. What? It was the meteorite. I wasn't lying. I stole that man's life away. No question about it. It was entirely my fault. I was just about to shoot him. I would have shot him in the next instant if the meteorite hadn't come. At that point, I was already a murderer. Yeah, okay, he's saying he had the intent, and that's enough. Which, again, philosophical, debatable, but legally speaking, no, you're not. That's not true. You were trying to save me. I'm sorry, but I don't think that's really it. Ooh, that's something. On that day 10 years ago, an entirely different accident happened in another place. What? The police headquarters interrogation. The worst sort of incident. A subject who was being questioned escaped. I didn't know about that. I happened to be there in the detective division, so I joined the chase. Fortunately, or I guess unfortunately, I was able to track him down alone in the park. Hold it right there. I fired a warning shot. I wanted to catch him bad. A warning shot made him panic. Yeah, see, he was too cavalier with his shit. At the time, I was young and green detective, brandishing my sense of justice like a sword. I made him panicked, and you got involved, Lynn. It was all my fault. Detective Chow. All I could see was my target. I couldn't even see you. So sorry, Lynn. The man who grabbed me died that day. These last 10 years. So again, he's taking the broader view of it about, like, you know, because of his actions, the situation got started. He's not saying he literally shot the guy, because he's not, like, deluded about that. These last 10 years, I've never forgotten his face. And then a few years after that, when my wife Alma died in such a mysterious way, I thought it was fate, my punishment for what I'd done. I painted pictures of my cell, nothing but portraits of people's faces. All the faces of the many people I'd met in life and didn't want to forget. Oh. And tonight, I finished my last portrait. The final face I wanted to remember. And yeah, we saw before, this is our main character. The final face. The face of the man in the park that day. I had a feeling that this was going to be where it went. Wait, just 1 minute! That can't be. I saw that painting. I saw the face you painted tonight. He does look like some sort of brigand. It was my face. Are you telling me I was the man in the park that time? Hydrate, everybody. That's right. That face of yours is the face I saw 10 years ago. Face of the man whose life I stole. Or the man who was presumed dead at the scene. Hold on, Detective Chap. That can't be true. I just met Cecil for the first time tonight. He died right in front of me. By the way, the name that I know the man in the park that day by is not Cecil. What? But the first minute I laid eyes on you tonight, I've been wondering, who in the world is this guy? It could be a rogue spirit taking on the face of somebody. I don't know, man. But then we also have to deal with the fact that, like, somebody that definitely is the guy that was in the park that day meets up with Lynn in the present. Who knows? Mr. Minister? Inspector Cabanetta, where are you? Don't be quiet and listen. This is our demand. Man! Our demand change. The execution of me tonight. As we've confirmed it's been carried out, we'll release the hostage. Okay, so it is a we. And again, it's one of those things where it's like people willing to do the most heinous things in order to preserve their most high image. Very fascinating character, as much as it is perhaps a little stock sometimes. It feels a little trite, but in this case, they've done it well, even though Cabanella hasn't really been focused enough to really get in his head. We've had some talks about him from Jowd and Lynn, you know. What are you talking about, Inspector Cabanella? And you know it was my daughter who was abducted. Does it really matter who the hostage is? A life is a life. Even if it's the daughter of a death row prisoner. Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately. Wait for our call. Damn. He really said put two in his chest right now. Cabanella, if he really does care about being a good person instead of just looking clean and advancing, he's probably pretty anguished about this, so it'll be interesting to see if he's like, wahaha, I'm getting ahead in life, or if he's like, oh man, I'm breaking my own values. What in the world? What's going on? Inspector Cabanella. No. Rocket of concept from the sky 10 years ago twisted the fates of many people, started a chain of tragic events. And even now the chain continues to grow even longer. Inspector Cabanella's call proves that to us. The greatest mystery of all is under the surface. Who is this me that I've been chasing all night? Who am I? I'm even further from knowing that when I started. We're getting pretty late in the night here. We're getting close to the morning. We're starting at 2:55 a.m. We're getting pretty late. about to be dawn in like 3 hours. Maybe 2. 10 years ago, a man named Sissel took a little girl named Lynn hostage and then was killed by a meteorite fragment. Tonight, a man named Sissel met a detective named Lynn at the junkyard on the edge of town and was killed by a bullet. But the scene I find waiting for me on the other end of the phone line feels like the final nail in the coffin of my lost memory. Oh. So there's multiple guys with this dumbass look. I see. Myself. So yeah, clearly this spirit is not actually this guy. Although we saw the dead body, didn't we? Or did somebody like, oh, they saved him after we left? Which would be kind of corny that we don't remember the new timeline. Look at this dude. There you are, Commander Sith. Finally. Sissel, what have you been, my good man? We've been looking everywhere for you. Had a little unfinished business to take care of. Didn't think it would take this long. What about your people? They sure went out of their way to mess me up. I say, I believe we filled every one of your conditions in our little deal. What right do you have to complain about anything outside our bargain? We can talk about that when we get together. This will be our last communication by telephone. I'll arrive in 1 hour. I look forward to seeing you, Sissel. How many times does Sissel get up from being dead? The dawn is approaching. The darkness surrounding our own mystery is deep. But I know it's always darkest before the dawn. What the fuck? Oh yes, we're nearing the final stages of our little deal, my good man. Yes, sir. Our preparations are complete, sir. We just had a report, sir. Lights have been spotted. Have they now? By all means, let me have a look. These eyebrows. Yes. We're very close. We're not disconnecting the communication cable. We have no service until we arrive, sir. Oh, so they're like in a place. Are they literally in a submarine? Is that why this looks like kind of like a periscope? Very well. That is the goofiest system. Yeah, we're about to see. Yup, they're in a sub. Alright. Interesting. Two big revelations is that the mysterious big boss guy is in the middle of the ocean for some reason. And Sissel is alive. Sissel is a real dude who is still out shooting people. Nice try, Inspector Cabanella. But you can never stop me. See ya, sucker. So who the fuck is the ghost we're playing? Who still has the face of Cabanella? Still has the face of Sissel, rather. Hey, do you think you could wake up for me? Oh boy, still unconscious, huh? Guess he hasn't been dead very long, then. I'll just go ahead and go back to 4 minutes before his death. Well, never thought I'd be seen it, though. And that's where I'm gonna find my answers. I can't run from it. Here we are. Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately and wait for our call. Oh, he is agonized. That's a good boy. Gee, a hostage sure is a handy thing. Gives me complete control over the top police inspector in the country. Oh, look at this guy. Ugh. What's the matter? All those broken bones smart a bit? What's it like to feel pain? Does it make you feel alive? Why, doing this. Now, is that any kind of question for a top inspector to ask? Isn't it obvious? Revenge, of course. Revenge on all the people who stole my life away 10 years ago. Don't be ridiculous. It was a meteorite that stole your life. Have you forgotten that? Oh. Mad as hell. Wrong! I was murdered by all of you. Is he fucking immortal? He's just sitting there with his hand on the burner? Detective Chow, who chased me down and forced me into a corner even though I was innocent. Lynn, that girl who was right there where I was running. Lynn, she was just an innocent little girl playing in the park. If that brat hadn't been there, I never would have thought of taking a hostage. Yeah, he's a dipshit. If the hostage wasn't there, I wouldn't have taken the hostage. I hate this guy. Sissel, living you is kind of a dumbass. Dead you is also a dumbass, but that's just because you don't know anything. The most self-centered garbage I've ever heard. Finally, you, Inspector Cabanella. Me. You undone what you did. I never would have pointed a gun at that kid. You were so proud of your spotless record. In my case, it was the one blot on it, wasn't it? Only two people know the real truth. Me and Detective Chow. I bet tonight's execution will be quite a relief to you, won't it? One of the people who know about the stain on your record will disappear for good. That's why you didn't help him escape from prison. That's the kind of guy you are. I got nothing to say to you. You never listen anyway. Ooh. Ooh! Ragdoll that boy. Oh. So yeah, clearly somebody is able to possess our body, I think. Because clearly... they slid the stool back as well, which is something that we did in this room. We slid that back and forth. I think that's meant to be a clue, even if it's not actually directly related. Hey, gods. Now then, Inspector. Time to make a big red stain on your spotless white coat. Is Ray involved? Another condition of my deal. Wipe out everybody who's attempts. Interesting. Fascinating. Revenge? That's what I'm up to. None of this makes any sense. Hey, man. Mind telling me what's going on? Inspector Cabanella, he's awake. My head is spinning, baby. Am I to understand that Cabanella character who just got shot? Me? That's right. And you're supposed to be the scoundrel there who just shot me. I guess so. But you couldn't be, could you? Huh? After all, the guy on the wrist just walked out the door, right? So, who are you? I guess I just have to face it. I'm not that Sissel guy. I'm somebody who's searching for himself. That's why I'm here to save you. At the very least, you have information about that guy in red. Information I need. So, you came on a rescue mission now, did you? Nothing like the sound of that, baby. You live a very important life here somewhere, a life valuable to this nation. Okay, so do your thing, baby. Like, I genuinely don't know exactly the voice that they're trying to suggest with all his particular verbal tics, but I went with a kind of Elvis-y thing. Hostage, control over the top police inspector of the country. So you'll manipulate her too? I have ghost tricks, powers of the dead, yeah, but I can't control living creatures. Howdy hoot, I think you better be very careful. I think we got told, even though our trick is being able to go back 4 minutes before the death of the corpse that we grab, we were told, hey, you cannot repossess your own corpse. And in that instance, it was for the sake of you can't go 4 minutes before your own death and undo it, because otherwise you don't have the power. It's a little bit of a paradox. And I think you better be very careful. The guy on the right is a manipulator. Naturally, he knows about powers like yours. He realizes you're here. It might get a little sticky. Right, I better be careful. Oh, wrong. Oh, do we know more about this? That Sissel fellow I thought was me, and apparently not me. I really hope that they don't try to do some shit like, oh, they were identical twins that also slicked their hair identically and dressed identically. Anyway. Look at him. Is that something emanating from his body? Is it really a sign of any special powers of the dead? Okay, we can be on the phone, but I think we are specifically after... Oh, hold on. The thing that I think we need to do is... We can rock this helmet a little bit, but I think the thing that we really need to do is make the kettle whistle so that he'll come here. Actually, let's fuck around. Why not? Oh, interesting. Oh! What's going on? I've never seen the ghost world like this. So you're here, are you? He sensed my presence. They know. Ooh. He turns to the screen. That's a good one. I noticed you. You think you can stop me, do you? I don't know why you're wearing my face. But you might as well give up now. I control everything. Damn it! Everything, including the life of this police inspector in white. Wait, don't shoot! This other me knows the powers of the dead well. Who wouldn't notice what you just did? You're practically shot. Look at me, baby! It looks like it might be hard to save you under these circumstances. I guess I can't use my powers right in front of him like that. That's cool as hell. Like, we kind of get it foreshadowed with Beauty being like, oh, I have a sixth sense, but now we also have whatever force is possessing Sissel's body, or maybe even just this is the real guy Sissel and he has magical powers. Like, maybe that's the case. But, like, this guy is way OP for the setting, which is very funny. But, like, the fact that he's like, yeah, screw you. You dead in your fucking face. So, yeah, we can't use the helmet to get down to the ground, obviously. That's just a bit of a bait to be like, hey, do you want to show off? So, hey, buddy. Yeah, okay, I figured. So yeah, there's something possessing Sissel's body. Like, I feel like if it was Sissel, they'd, like, take away our soul's look of being like this, and they would put the image on him. So I feel like there's definitely, like, a malign outside force possessing Sissel's body. And they're just taking advantage of the fact that he's a corpse. This person, though, whoever they are, they know about what happened 10 years ago. So, maybe it is the real Sissel, I don't know. They know all about everything. And then this guy is like, I control everything. I'm super OP. So yeah, if we can close the lid on the kettle, but that's really the only thing we can do without alerting Sissel that we are here. And yeah, like, I'm guessing we have to go through enough dialogue that he'll start pounding on the stove here. Yeah, isn't that all those broken bones, smart of it? It's like you feel pain. Make you feel alive. Like, this line is 100% like, oh yeah, this is somebody who is not usually alive, and they are possessing Sissel's body. But this is weird. Like, they are saying, I am avenging Sissel's problems. So maybe it is Sissel, I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things where it's like with and without, there we are. Maybe it's one of those things where it's like with and without a soul. Now we're down here. Somebody busted up the contraption, which is interesting. Look at this place. What in the world happened here? I think I'm starting to remember. Something bad happened here. And now, there's another death lying hidden here. What? Another death? Didn't I tell you from the start? And I say it was a very important life, valuable to the nation here. I thought you were talking about you. Huh. I'm just a crazy character in a white coat, maybe. Is the pigeon guy important? Or is that old pigeon guy? There he is. Very astute observation. I'm sorry, my memory isn't working. And mine isn't working too well right now either. I do remember seeing somebody use this equipment though. Can we reach something? Alright, I think we have to pop this open maybe? It'll slide, yeah. Yeah, okay. I don't know why I'm testing if I can get down there when I really need you to do this. Excuse me. Are you awake? Of course. I never sleep during work hours. Professor, do you recognize me? There's only one crazy character in a white coat that I know of. He hasn't lost his memory. I'm not the type who likes losing things. Never mind that. Cornella, this is quite a surprising guest you've brought with you. Pretending like he didn't just blow up the place. Are you talking about me? Oh, this is a different guy. I'm his guest, actually. Said he came to rescue us. Unlike you, my sharp friend, he still hasn't got his memory back. Pitiful. Ouch. That hurts. Anyway, now we'll be going back to 4 minutes before your death in order to change your fate, that is. Are we already in the past, man? Well, we can go back even further. I've done it before. I still don't see a path to saving Inspector coming up. If we go back further, maybe you'll find a lead. This is a wild, dude. We are really... Oh, alright. We're really doing something here. What are we measuring? Like, fate? How many times do I have to tell you, Professor? This place is dangerous. Don't be daft. I can't leave now. He's completely dead. But just as I thought, I'm getting a reading. Oh, it's like ghost stuff. This is the source of his powers. I'll have to remove it. He's not dead. He's just not there. The true form of the manipulator isn't something you can detect. It's a spirit. Interesting, a Cabanella knows. Huh, ridiculous. So you figured it all out, huh? Oh. So yeah, whoever the manipulator is, they're clearly pulling the strings of our dead body. You're a clever man, Inspector Cabanella. It's really true. Yeah. I wasted a lot of time tonight because of you, Inspector. But it's all just like you said. I died 10 years ago. My body is just a vessel. A shell. I control everything. A shell. Just like I control the justice minister of the land. So at least the manipulator admits it. So it's true. You manipulated my baby that time. You made her shoot your shell. Why? Why would you do a thing like that? You created conclusive evidence. You know, on their security tape. Now she's a murderer too. She'll suffer like Zhao did. Oh, I'm starting to feel this voice. Ooh. Not literally on this side, but like in there, you know? Now then, Professor, I'm afraid it's time for you to die. I don't have any grudge against you, I'm even grateful to you. Oh yeah? So why don't you let me leave then? I'll be leaving this country forever tonight. Before I do, I need to erase all evidence that these powers of mine exist. Along with the contraption in this room. Oh. This time the thing will work the way it was meant to. It'll all be over. Cupid won't turn this time. They shoot his little arrow this way. Professor, look out! Interesting. Oh, okay, that's why he has all those broken bones after he's upstairs. Yep. Dynamite, huh? What the devil did he put that? I did all that tonight. Having my baby shoot him, having his corpse disappear. His corpse disappeared? So what, this guy, that medical examiner, remember him? He was a complete and utter imposter. He said he was going to take the corpse back to his lab. He already made a deal with the manipulator to meet him and give him his body back. I was gonna let that happen, maybe. It's all through their plan, huh? I noticed right away the medical examiner didn't know the first thing about examining a body. I knew he was a fake, so I tracked him down and bought him off. Bought him off? Had him smuggle the corpse to his room. I thought we could find the source of his powers. But it was never in my wildest dreams did I think his abilities or powers of the dead. Anyway, there isn't much time. He's leaving the country before dawn. I'm gonna follow him, of course, after I save you two. Something even nagging in the back of my mind. I remember what Ray said to me. He said that spirits cease to exist when the day breaks. But if that's true, how could a spirit from 10 years ago still be here? No time for thinking now, baby. Action is the name of the game. Work your magic and take us back, even further into the past. What a game. Crazy revelation after crazy revelation. Alright, man, jump in there and stop that explosion, would you? Easy enough for you to say. Foolish of you to say, too. If you stop the explosion, he'll just do me in some other way. Fair enough. Then jump in there and take care of that man in red, would you? I repeat, easy enough for you to say. And most likely impossible to boot. That huge explosion didn't even make him bat an eye. Well, what do you propose then, Professor, pray tell? Your best bet is to save me during the explosion, without him noticing. Easy enough for you to say. Sheesh, what's with all these people? And who just jump in there and do something? What do... Oh. Alright, so I guess we just make sure he's on the hatch, maybe? Oh, he's waving this thing around. Hold on. There we go. And then we can go to the balance thing. Toolbox we can pop open. Not that that's going to do anything. And the hoist probably isn't going to do anything either. Don't you think you're doing? Will I try it out? If you do, you're going to sense the contraption in motion. Oh, yeah. Just that. Yeah. He just thought he'd blow me up, is what he thought. Oh, fuck my bad. I got a whole lot of things where you got tricks out of this room. Yeah. Oh, shit. What the world is this thing? This device has that meteorite data entered into it. If it detects Temsic radiation, it responds. Got that, kid? Isn't that a lovely thing? I guess sometimes it's important not to think about things too much. Huh, what a sorry pet. So yeah, I'm guessing we have to drop him through here. So apparently the source of his powers, according to the professor, who's a bit doubtful of spiritual stuff apparently, is that he has a chunk of the meteorite still in him. What is this meteorite? He's not dead. He's just not there. Choose one of the make something you can detect as a spirit. So I'm assuming I just have to wait this out. Drop him through here. Look at this bitch. Yeah, see, he walks forward back onto the door here. And apparently, yeah. Now then, Professor. I'd be leaving this country forever tonight, but before I do, I need to erase all evidence that these powers of mine exist. Along with the contraption in the room. As you perhaps have already noticed, time is running out, baby. Yeah, no perhaps about it, I know. But you know, there's a lot of things I use my tricks on in here. The thing's all over. I might know the path as part of that deadlock here. Sissel. Hey, I know that voice. Help me. Where are you? Find me before I'm carried away. Huh? What's with the frail sound and call for help? He's here somewhere. A friend of yours. Yep, the little guy looks a little fragile, has the strength is rising. But he's asking you to find him. Before he's carried away, no less. What's that time, shall we for? Where the fuck is... Hold on. There's not much I can interact with. Sissel! Thanks again! Farewell! We got a little pal was carried away. Where was he? We should have tried to find him somehow. We should have looked around, you know, from corner to corner, baby. Now what? Oh, shit! Alright. They look small, but I'm pretty heavy set. I'm so proud of that fact. But I'm pity. Too bad it doesn't open downward. God, life can be so hard. Would you agree, Professor? That's why we're both dead. It's downward, huh? So yeah, we need to find Missile, I'm assuming. Oh my god. So it can be like, what, seconds to find that boy? Jesus. Yeah, we can't... maybe we open the door while he's not on it? I don't know. I'm assuming that's who we're talking about, because we just unlocked the mechanic of also having access to Missile's power. Can't open it. Kind of red standing on it. Seems more heavy set than he looks too. Why are you asking me? It's a pity you had to open down. Yeah, okay. How the fuck do we get anywhere? Do we have to, like, backtrack while the professor is backing up, maybe? So we come back forward, and I'm assuming this is how we're supposed to get anywhere. Oh, look, is it a rat, maybe? Yeah, the only thing I can do is go down there. Alright, so we gotta go back to the beginning, I think, and just, like, start hunting around throughout the whole scene. So that's the thing, this is around where the guy is like, oh, come get me. And, like, in the last few seconds, you're gonna be like, oh, by the way, go find... Can we hit the button? No, we don't just hit the button. Sizzle... Okay, this is when it starts, at, like, 2 seconds left. Find me, before I'm carried away. Who's getting carried away? And how can I get fucking anywhere? So I think I have to be up at the top of the room, basically. I've used the entire scene beforehand to, like, get to the top of the room. It has to be up top. There's no way it's down below. Where's my boy? I need to find my boy. How do we go over there? Oh wait, is he over here maybe? Well, I can't look over anywhere while I'm in the land of the dead. Oh wait, he's a leaf. Leaf. Leaf? No. He's gotta be down here with this other shit. I can't get to the tire from here, that's the thing. Oh. Yeah, like, obviously, it's like, oh, replace it when the door opens out. Yeah, sure, we're fine. Maybe it's over there, specifically. In any case. It's very funny the way they very precisely have somebody on the door the whole time. Yeah, I'm guessing whoever is calling out to me is, like, down there with the rats, maybe? And yeah, the moment, as you can see, the moment the professor hops back, the guy jumps down onto this door. I can't open it upwards. It can't have anything to do with the balance toy, can it? Maybe I just have to be looking at this when it happens? I don't know. We'll see. Alright. There we go. Yeah, I'm assuming it's like a quick change in between. Sissel, help me. Find me before I'm carried away. There. There you are. Dipshit. Come here. Sissel, here I am. Oh, hey, it's Missile. We love our boy. What are you doing there? Do you really have to ask? Seriously, are you really going there? No, that's okay, never mind. Anyway, I need your powers. Will you help me out? Of course! Here, let me come join you. Oh yeah, because he can reach so much farther. He can stretch out his little paws. Yeah. Alright. So we need to find some other door to swap with this door. Now that things will flow in a new direction. Even though the flow of the sewer is a little bit stinky. Fate changed because we found Missile. Alright, so we need to figure out a way for... I mean, I guess we just go to Missile's power immediately. We need to find a way for Missile to maybe swap the door with another door or something? We need Missile to swap things, obviously. Oh, okay, we can, yeah, talk with our two characters here. Let's talk. Let's get information in this conversation. You know how to use my powers? Swap things in the same shape. Well, to be precise, swap things that look like they have the same shape. What's the difference? It's like being carried away by the wind and falling into the river. I realized something. If you look at a thing from different angles, it looks different. You know, that's a pretty good point for the doggy that came in with the sewage. Oh, so I'm guessing it has something to do with, like, his device, maybe? Because he holds it at so many different angles? Alright, we need to move, Sissel. So let's... There. Let's... We need to get, obviously, the professor himself out of the way. Alright, Missile can't really swap too many things either. We need to do something with our two characters. And then figure out a way to swap them. Oh, here? Can lid. But how do I get anybody else down there? Like, there's a bunch of stuff. Oh, hello? Squeaky eyes making a fuss about something. My animal instincts are starting to surface. Do you think you want to chase them? I think you have to be alive to do that. Some kind of rat beast in that trash. Those things usually make bigger commotions than that. A bigger commotion, huh? Yeah. Okay, let's stop the explosion. No, we can't do that. Okay, let's take care of that man in red then. No, we can't do that either. We can't do this, we can't do that. What can we do? We let the explosion happen. And we rescue the little pigeon guy without the man in red notice. Your power is the key to all of it, Missile. Oh, I don't know about that, but I'll do my best. It's not a matter of seconds. We can't miss our chance. I have no idea what my chance is. We need things that... There we are. More commotion. They have to do this, I think. And they knock down the lid, and the lid goes sideways and it's round, and then we do another round thing, right? Oh, rats, 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 rats. Now that's what I call some proper commotion. Making that trash can dance. Truth be told, I feel a bit like dancing by myself. It's getting harder and harder to hold my wild instincts back. Let's go, Missile. You want to be alive again. Dangerous bunch. Alright, trick time. There we are. Alright, so we need to do this, and we need to swap it with probably that time. Yep, there we are. What does this do? Now it's flat, and we can drop him through by swapping the tire with the door. We just have to unflatten it by having it roll, and then reflatten it. Alright. Here, I've got the widget here, and I've got the chat over there. There we are. We're modifying our screen setup a little bit so I can do things a little easier. Alright, there we are. Thank you, Missile. Oh, look, you see how it's a flat thing with a handle, huh? There we are. Save the professor. Hopefully, the other ghost didn't notice. Yeah, it doesn't seem like. Cabanel still got fucked up. Sorry, little pigeon. As for you, Inspector, I have a little job for you. I can't move. I think I have 4 or 5 broken bones. I don't mind. It won't prevent me from manipulating you. It might make it hurt a little bit when I move you, though. Quite a bit, actually. Damn you! So yeah, we kind of saved the professor's life. I can't believe it. Do not actually pulled it off. Sorry, Inspector Cabinel. Couldn't do anything to help you. And there I am, a poor broken heap of arms and legs. No matter, I enjoyed the show. Magic disappearing act, that is. Nothing like it, baby. Yeah, except unlike a normal magic trick, I'm the one that managed to vanish without a trace here. Alright. That was good, though. It was a little too scripted, but it, like, obviously it's all puzzles. It's all very scripted. But, like, it was good where you know, oh, the trash can lid is round. You get to swap it with a tire. And then it falls down and it's a flat object with a handle. You get to swap it with the door. That was good. What's the matter? You look like you'd rather be dead, not that you aren't. I'll just remember the fact that right about now, the real me is giving the poor Justice Minister a real fright. Oh, that phone call? Yeah, he was pretty upset. Excuse me, mister. You really shouldn't be mean like that. Thank you, Missile. Thank you, Missile. We love you, Missile. Almost didn't laugh at a little creature. Uncle Doggy's the warrior who keeps Camilla safe. Or he would be if he was actually still full of life. Camilla. Gods in heaven, what a terrible thing. That poor little girl taken hostage. The cruel twist of fate indeed. Wait just a minute. Miss Camilla is a hostage. Yes, we're sorry, little warrior. Miss Camilla? A hostage? What's a hostage? Anyway, Inspector Cabanella, it's time to save your life now. You couldn't get very far when you tried before, am I right? This time it's different, right, Cecil? That's right. With us working together, it's a whole different situation. We'll save the Inspector White, and then we'll go rescue Camilla, okay? Okay, let's hurry up and get through this. Gee, kids, you're making me feel like an afterthought. Alright, let's get started. Inspector Cabanella is upstairs, so our first step is to get up there. Cecil, I'll go first and wait for you. He can just do that. Now we have to figure out a way to get up with, Cecil. Okay, Luffy Dove, we need your help. Carry this measuring device upstairs. There's Mr. Ghost in it. Don't drop it. Are we actually in there, or do they make me make sure? Yeah, no, it's all cutscene. Okay. Wonderful. Oh, bird, please. Alright. So now we get back to this scene. There you are, Cecil. Fire for the weight missile. 4 minutes from now, the Inspector will be killed by a gun. You just jump in there and stop him from firing, would you? There you go, give him that stuff. Besides, it doesn't make any sense. If you stop him from firing, he'll just kill you some other way. Wait a minute. That sounds familiar. Yep, same situation as mine. The best bet this time around is to allow him to shoot, and then save Cabanella without him noticing. That's even worse than last time. And a who just jump in there and do something. Okay, I'm ready to jump in, Cecil. Don't forget, whenever you want to use my powers, just tap the button. Alright. So yeah, we have to... Obviously, here we have to, with Missile we can look around here. But obviously very few things that we can possess look decent. Oh, can we swap maybe a knit hat and a helmet? I don't know what that would do. Is there an object in this room that happens to look like a bullet? Alright. Let's see. Alright. I think we will be good for a little while now. Actually, I gotta go put something in the wash. See you in a little bit. Alright, now it's only my stuff, so I don't have anybody else breathing down my neck. And also, beyond that, there's also the matter of just, it'll be another, like, hour until everything's done. Alright. It's very funny, because obviously this setup is meant for a tabletop game, but obviously we're not doing that. Alright. So, Missile can swap something. Maybe? I'm assuming the helmet and the knit cap, it's important that they're both, like, rounded, but I don't know what to do with that. I think maybe after he, like, pounds his fist on the stove and just lets it sear, that's when maybe we can drop the helmet. But no, it goes towards Cabanella. It doesn't even go away. We need to do a little something after he shoots in such a way that he assumes that he actually shot the guy. Which is very complicated for a point-blank shot. Alright. Yeah, as we saw before, there's really not much we can do during this early part. Oh shit, it's even difficult to get out of the motor down here. Alright, so when this comes down, kettle. Lamp? The whole thing that, the body does is that he, like, uses his powers to spin the lamp to knock the gun out of Cabanella's hand. And of course, this being a little bit of a mystical power of the dead thing, it bounces just so that he's able to snag it while still aura farming and not looking like he's, like, desperately reaching. Alright. Maybe it has something to do with the lamp. I have to basically set things up in such a way that I'm able to... Yeah, as was literally mentioned by the other characters, he's gonna try to he's gonna try to do some stuff here. And we have to interrupt him before we go off. Did you see that? That bad Sissel turned around. We have to call him that. Yeah, this is our chance to use his ghost trick. The only time he takes his eyes off me, too. Yeah, we're gonna do it now. First step for saving the inspector. Alright, so we have to do something with the helmet up. Swivel lamp. Oh shit. A little late, so that's fine. Cancel. Swap characters. Get out of there. No, alright. I fucked up. We'll see. Okay. Oh, nope. Yeah, okay. We have blue Ghost World for the bad guy. We have red Ghost World for our main character. We have green Ghost World for Missile. Yeah. Yeah, okay. We gotta skip through dialogue. There we go. Alright. So, here's the thing. Yeah, I think it has something to do with the helmet. It has to. That's what I choose to believe. And I like that they are testing my dexterity by making it so that I have to use the teapot to get back into the scene. with Sissel. Obviously, Missile can do whatever he wants. We love Missile. Without stopping the guy from firing, and without him noticing. In other words, he's fired the bullet, making this whole thing. Don't forget, whenever you want to use my powers, just tap the button. Alright. So yeah, I guess we probably do have to just, like, swap the bullet with, like, a helm or something. But in a way that he wouldn't notice, which is very limited, to say the least. Nope, wrong button. Right here, there. Alright. Missile has to swap some stuff, I'm assuming. I mean, I'm assuming, like, that's the thing that he does, but... There's the helmet, there's the kettle, there's the lamp on it. So we have to, like, swivel the lamp and then knock down the helmet, I'm pretty sure, while the body is turned around. So he slams his fist here, this falls down. We go Sissel up to the lamp, because we can't get over there. He's like, ah, screw you. And then he turns around. Bop. Bop. Bing, bang, bam. This has to do something. What? What was that? Okay, so he didn't actually see it. I was so scared for a moment. What was that? Yeah. Kinda got you over. He pulls out. I got nothing to say to you. You never listen anyway. Oh! He ragdolls over there, and then just slides the stool back and gets back up. This guy's aura farming too hard. Alright, here we are. Alright, we need Missile to do something. Like I said, I'm assuming, like, one of the few things we can do is knock this helmet down while he isn't looking. So I'm assuming it has something to do with that. Thanks, I'm a little scared right now. Why didn't he die? Because he's already dead. He died 10 years ago. I knew full well he wouldn't die if I shot him. Why did you go to the trouble of shooting him at home? Time's almost up. That's enough chit-chat. Now the situation has changed. These last split seconds are our chance. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's just something to do to make the gameplay more interesting, but, like, they do rely on these sort of last-second saves a bit more in the mid to late game, whereas early game is a little bit more about properly just, like, manipulating certain objects to be in the right place at the right time. Condition of ideal. Alright, I need to stop doing the Sissel voice with that. Like, not everybody who knew about tennis. I'm going to shoot, it's too late. It's too late. It's no use. Even with my powers, there's nothing I can do. If I just swap the bullet. Fuck. So I do need to do more stuff. Because... Again, I'm gonna get shot again. Yeah, you don't have to. So I need to do more stuff, I guess, to get something roughly bullet-shaped in the ring. I thought I was good. I guess not. Oh, maybe it's the fact that... Well, no, because... Sissel can't actually... What can we interact with that might change its shape in a way that would allow Missile to swap it with something else? Because a bullet is not a circle. A bullet is like a, you know, round thing, right? Or is it a circle in this game? Missile, help me. Alright. Need to do something with... Obviously the telephone, as always, does not work in flashbacks. So I think we need Sissel to be waiting here to spin this around. But to what end? Like, if I knock down the helmet, what does it do? I suppose, but like, Sissel can't get over there, and then Missile doesn't get to fiddle with objects like that. Like, I can try, but it's just bare. Maybe when he slides the stool back, it comes a little closer. But then I wouldn't be able to get over there anyway. I can move this voice, but I don't think I know that. Oh no, that just knocked it down. It's stuck on something that will budge, man, wipe a curse on it. Yeah, like a message, or something to help me. Ooh, that's spooky. A message for you, I'll tell you myself. Thank you very much. Stop messing with the battery old hoist. Do something to help me. You heard him, Sizzle. Alright, let's see. Let's double check what... Wrong button. Let's double check what Missile can do. So, like, on this side, you have a bunch of photos, a knit hat, which... that, again, doesn't swap with anything. And we can literally just, like, see what can be swapped. Hover over everything. So again, maybe there's a slight difference when we, oh, that's talk with Sizzle, obviously. Maybe there's a slight difference when we, do the other part, when we have him, like, you know, slide across the room and come back, or maybe when we drop the helmet. But, like, I'm not really seeing much of a chance to do anything right now with Missile. So that's why I kind of leave him up here with the book, so that if I'm moving around, it doesn't prevent me from moving and say, hey, do you want to talk to Missile? Alright. But I can talk. Alright, this is important though. When he turns around, they're like, hey, do things in the room. So, this is when I do this. Fuck it, turn it on. I don't care. Alright. I don't think the book does anything, does it? Yeah. Oh. I mean, we can examine the book. Hit him on the head. We got some extra dialogue. Alright, we have to knock this down, I'm pretty sure. Oh, and then he turns immediately around again, so I have the feeling that, like, maybe you are supposed to... Like, that's the last of what you can do, you know? We have the light on, I don't know if that does anything. Missile... what can you... nope. Alright, Sissel, get out of there. Puppy, what can you do? What can you interact with? That's a weird thing. It's like, you need to get something to be bullet shape. The book is bullet shape. I don't know why Missile is like, I have no idea what could happen. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's like that part of the cutscene is gonna do something. This one I'm genuinely kind of tempted to look up, but here we are. Maybe when Missile's like, I have no idea what I can do, maybe he's incorrect about that, I don't know. Because I just kind of quit. I didn't let it play out all the way. So yeah, as we saw, this goes away, and then it rolls right back. And there's no, like, break for you to, like, go interact with the knit hat or anything. Just drop that on him. Alright. We are at the death line right now. As was mentioned, you know, the step ladder is a lot closer. Maybe we want the helmet to be there? No. That doesn't make any sense. Do we hit him with the lamp? Because, like, every time we've tried to do a ghost trick before, he has just been like, I'm in control of this piece of software, actually. We'll try it. Bash him with it? No, it went the other way, and he's like, oh, I see you. Alright. I had to try something. Right here, let's sit up. There we go. Alright. And yeah, he knows that it knows that I probably could push the steps across, but like What would that do? Would I knock down the knit hat and maybe... Like, the most I could do with the knit hat is, like, swap it with the helmet. Because those both are, like, hat shaped. They both have that semicircular. Let's see. So, again, he knows that, you know, we're here. And thankfully, we can go to our time menu in that gap in the cutscene. Alright. We don't have to play the whole thing out. But yes, important stuff is... Hoist does nothing. Alright. Yeah, maybe we can move the steps. That's what I'm... Like, you've got a good idea there. Alright, so missile. Again, I feel like... Is this book not, like, you know... oblong at the front, flat at the back? Is that not kind of the shape of a bullet? I don't think so. This is not anything like that. But the microscope is a weird shape. I don't think the microscope is anything other than helping characters get around. So I think it's the knit hat. Because yeah, if we're on something as missile, it doesn't tell us if Sissel can interact with it. So you never know. The kettle, I can just open and close the lid. I'm not sure what that... I don't think it does anything in this particular scene. In an earlier level, we used the kettle to, like, alert, like, people to the fact that, like, hey, come over here and look at something. But obviously, we don't want the person possessing the body to notice us. It's interesting that he doesn't have a sixth sense. Like, he doesn't just detect ghosts, but, like, if he sees something move in a weird way, he's like, oh, okay, let me go back to the ghost world and check. Alright. Obviously, the telephone doesn't work in the ghost mode. Well, in a flashback. So I think it is spin the desk lamp in the Land of the Dead. I'm not entirely sure that I should knock down the helmet. I just assume I should. Oh yeah, I tried to examine the book to see if I could drop it on him. It doesn't do anything. I mean, again, according to the characters in the scene, even if it did, like, conk him for a moment, he'd just fucking be like, hey, what is that? Let me take over. For real. Alright. It's interesting that this character that, you know, was only known of by the living people as some sort of strange spectral manipulator is just, like, a ghost that's stronger than me. Alright. So, again, I think I do have to wait for the kettle to come down. Alright. So that Sissel can get here. And then he's gonna be very haughty, and then he's gonna turn around. Up. There's gotta be something. That's possible. Let's try coming down here, you know? Worst thing that can happen is we start over again. Like, we've seen the interactions Sissel can have with the... What's it? With the... Oh, shit. I should have tried to go for the duel already. Oh, wait, no, because I don't think I can reach it until he brings it super close. Alright, there. But yeah, we've seen, like, the photos, you can just examine them. And then the microscope, Sissel is like, I have no idea what this is. So, we'll find out. Let's see, though, because it takes him a while to, like, do his little funny move where he combos out. Alright, we're moving this. Examine microscope. Jiggle the hat. Alright, hat. Hat. There we are. Now it's another thing that's bullet shaped. Perfect. Alright, bring that back. Perfect. There we are. And that's soft. That's very soft. Alright, Alright, Missile, you know what to do. I'm hoping this is it. Sometimes we have the book up there. Do I swap them here? Now what? Oh. What? Nah. What are we doing? Okay. I have the book down here. I don't know what to tell you. Would you look at that? Right on the hook. I love knit hats. So long on most of all, so soft. And that's what I'm looking at. That has the same figure. The helmet you just knocked down. Thought so. What? Hold on. Oh my god. I have to get around this. Maybe... There's so much shit in the way. Missile, please. There. Fuck. How do I get? So I had a... Okay, we are confirmed that the helmet and the hat do something. But what? Do I really need to pivot the desk lamp twice? No, I need to pivot the desk lamp. None? No, I need to pivot the desk lamp. Because I need to get over there to knock down the helmet, and then he immediately turns around, so I can't pivot it back. Are they just trying to test my fucking dexterity in getting between all this shit? Missile, you know what to do. You know what I'm asking you, buddy. Missile. Unless I'm supposed to leave the helmet up. Like, they're telling me, like, oh, maybe try switching the helmet and the hat again. And it's like, what does that do? What does that do? The most that does is just tell him that I'm here. Come on. Oh, wait, he's gonna spin the lamp. Come on. Oh, he spun it 180 degrees and did nothing. He spun it 360 rather. He's gonna shoot it too late. He's gonna get shot again. Our chance is coming up. Last split second, right? Leave it to me. Alright. Wait, what? Bullet? Would you look at that? Bullet is hanging midair between the gun and the inspector's forehead. Now's our chance. I'm in the bullet right now. Let's swap the little thing with something else. What? I hope. You're the same shape and direction. The hat. Okay. So yeah, you do swap it with the hat and not... Okay. Is he just not looking? Yeah, okay. That's when they were emphasizing it's so soft. He doesn't even... This is why you don't wear sunglasses at night. Look at this dumbass. I don't think he noticed. So you pulled off another magic disappearing act. And now I say again, I love this hat. So warm and most of all, soft. Did I do alright? Missile! Oh, what a good kid. We love that puppy. You did a fine job with it. You saved another life. And I'll keep doing it too. Over and over! Buddy, you're gonna die. If the sun comes up, you're not gonna be able to go back to your body. We gotta save your life. I just saw you just these 4 minutes. Give me all the answers I've been looking for. All of our research these past 10 years pales in comparison, right, Professor? We were working together. That's about the size of it, yeah. Who would believe a story about a manipulator? So we pursued it ourselves, just the two of us. Quite a crazy character myself, after all. Okay, let's hurry back. Back to our time. We have to rescue Miss Camilla. You're right, Missy. There's a certain guy I have to follow, too. After completing his revenge on Inspector Cabanel, the man in red left. Now a new story is about to unfold in a new present. And they're both alive, and they're like, damn, weird shit happened, huh? How you feeling, you old crazy character? He looks so much better in his portrait than he does in the art here. Like, you can still see that, like, his glasses are actually hanging very low, and his eyes are actually in a place that makes a little bit more sense, but, like, even then, he looks so much better in his portrait than he does on the model there. Hey there, probable alive, I see. Yeah, nothing like it, baby. I don't know if I'm getting old, though. I've got a few aches and pains here and there. Used to be a little old thing like an explosion won't bother me none. Yeah, right, like I'm going to believe that. So what? The guy in red is gone, huh? Just in case, I posted special investigation units all around the building. Let's just pray the boys came through for us. Cabanal, he's like, I would have tanked that. Damn, you picked a bad time not to listen to me, body of mine. I guess we gotta call our way out of here. Like, well, their deaths were erased. In the case of the Inspector in White, I can't call it a complete success. But in any case, these two have the information I need to start tracking the manipulator. Alright. Mr. Superintendent, do you mind if I talk to you for a minute? I've always been a junkyard superintendent, you know. You've been part of the police. Police, huh? Not as a detective, but as a medical examiner. I investigated victims' cause of death. 10 years ago, I was asked to autopsy a strange corpse. Hit by a meteorite fragment, and died instantly. That's what the police report said. This is our guy. There were no signs of life. He was definitely dead. I never filed an autopsy report. The corpse suddenly vanished, leaving behind only one clue. An unusual corpse. And that's what I've been chasing all night. Can you tell me more? Yeah, sure. I have an interest in you, recovering your memory and finding your true identity too. That's the only way I can describe it too. It was an unusual corpse. He's dead, alright, no question about it. Because there wasn't a scratch on him. Not a scratch. I thought he was hit by a meteorite fragment. I don't understand it anymore than you. Things are getting weirder and weirder, dude. I was believe he was dead. But when I tried to autopsy him, I was even more puzzled. I couldn't perform the autopsy. You couldn't? What do you mean? The scalpel went in, but I couldn't cut. As soon as I tried to make an incision, it would heal up in the very next instant. That's how it went. No scarring or blood either. Now that's weird. So he's just like super duper immortal. I never had the chance to solve the mystery. I think the corpse had been vanished from us. The morgue is well guarded. Nobody could have stolen that body. But there is one way the corpse could have disappeared. What's that? He got up and walked away, buddy. Yep. Aura farming. Hand in pocket. Chillin'. Oh. Got up, opened the door, walked out on its own. What? He was dead, but he wasn't dead. We saw with our own eyes tonight. Not even that explosion could kill him. You could feel it when he slammed his fist on that stove. Calls left behind some data from some testing I did. Got some readings from some kind of radiation going off that body. Radiation. All kinds of instruments. I couldn't determine exactly what kind of radiation it was. Some undiscovered type from a world unknown. Wait a minute. Could it be? That's right. It was coming from that meteorite fragment. Ooh. Is that why Missile got, like, strong-ass powers when he got run over in this ditch? We were also in the junkyard, but we weren't in the park. I don't know. I went to that park and tested the spot with a meteorite. Just what I expected. I detected the radiation from that crater. It was the exact same pattern of radiation from that of the corpse. At the time, I thought he was some kind of immortal being. He would die only to come back to life. I wanted to research it all in depth, so I quit my job as a police medical examiner. Several years later, I came to learn the connection between my research and the manipulator case. Thanks to the arrival of this crazy character here. Oh, stop now, Professor! Do you want to see me blush? About a year ago, so. This man in white came dancing in my research lab. There we are. He got them moves. I heard there was an oddball here researching Temsic. Is that you, baby? Who are you to be calling anybody an oddball? That's how the best friendships start. I was investigating a manipulated case then. And then I heard there was a man who quit the police force to study the meteorite. When I heard that, it was like a meteorite had struck me on the head. At the time, we were just starting to get leads on this manipulator. We didn't know who he was yet. But we knew we were communicating with a certain foreign country. One of those communications, we heard the manipulator say this. The source of my power is not of this world. And that's when I put 2 and 2 together, baby. The manipulator case and the Temsic somehow connected. Which also explained how 5 years ago he used his powers to manipulate a birthday surprise a little girl made for her mother. He added that gun to the contraption, most likely by controlling Camilla. I'm assuming it's all the same thing. I didn't think we were gonna end up like this. I would have tried to die in that explosion, baby. I mean, I could have been dancing after Big Red by now. I might be able to erase deaths, but it's true I can't do much about injuries. But really, you shouldn't talk that way. Yeah, sorry, I suppose you're right. I just hate feeling so helpless. It was right there within my grasp. All our plans were resting on tonight. And then this had to happen. If he's thinking about his spotless record. It's not too late, Inspector. Still have a chance. Maybe I can catch him. Say, you're right. It's not a bad idea. I'll cooperate with you fully. Go ahead and fire away with any questions you like, Mr. Ghost. Ooh. The guy mentioned revenge. Revenge against the people who stole his life away 10 years ago. Huh, he's a fool. He's the one who made the decision to take that little girl hostage, and he wound up dead. He only has himself to blame. What about when he said this? I was murdered by all of you. Detective Jowd, who forced me into a corner. Lynn, the girl who's playing in a park. Finally, you, Inspector Cabanella. If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at a kid. Ooh, Cabanella. Yes. 10 years ago on that day, the Special Investigation Unit was working on a certain big case. We hauled in a young man, an important witness to our investigation. And I did it. I made 2 very stupid mistakes. Detective, I'm telling you, I don't know anything about it. I'm fine. You're under no obligation to talk, of course. If you don't, the Special Investigation Unit can make the rest of your life a living hell. But I'm assuming the manipulator had his grasp on this guy before. Well, no, because I think the manipulator is just like the meteorite fragment. I don't know, we'll figure it out. I'm sure they'll tell us more. I'd just been assigned to the Special Investigation Unit, see? They didn't share much info on the big cases with a newbie like me yet. And I wanted to impress them. It was only supposed to be a simple matter of taking a statement. But I was too green. I pushed him too hard. I drove him into a corner and made him lose all hope. And again, just identical to what Jowd said about him in the physical chase, about, you know, cornering the guy and being like, hey, buddy, I'm about to plug you full of lead, and the guy being like, hell no, you're not taking me. That was my first mistake. Then I made another mistake on top of that. Cabanella, got a minute? The chief wants to see you about your report. Got it? I'll be right there. You stay right here and be a good boy. He just dances his way out of there. But when I did it, I left it behind in the interrogation room. my gun. Oh shit, how could you? Use my gun to escape. Damn, what you said is true. If I hadn't made that mistake, he never would have had a gun to point at Lynn in the first place. He had a service pistol? Y'all so incompetent. What do you mean you just left it? Why did you have it out? You were taking his statement. Why did you have your gun out? Oh my gosh. He first found out about the manipulator's existence during a certain overseas communication. Hey look, this shit is in the news right now because people are trying to decide on whether or not our intelligence services are gonna need a warrant to check on overseas communications between citizens and foreigners. Which haven't been what they've been doing in the past, but some people are like, ooh, that's intruding on a citizen's private communications, despite the protections guaranteed to them in our founding document. Overseas communication. For national security purposes, this country keeps tabs on the communications networks. This particular communications are making a deal with a certain foreign country. He said he wanted them to buy him and his powers. That's how we first heard about him, because we didn't know what he looked like at the time. In order to prove these powers of his, he gave them two predictions. He foresaw two completely preposterous, impossible cases. Alright, so he's selling his, like, powers of the dead services, or whatever magical fate powers he has, to these other people, that other faction that we've seen. And to prove that he can do this shit, because it would be weird to just trust him on that. To prove that he can do this shit, these two murders happened, I guess. The case of a man who would sing national secrets during a live rock concert broadcast. In the case of a man who would take the chief commissioner hostage in his own office. Okay, at least they weren't murders. I thought maybe the Camilla case was one of them. There's two inmates in the special prison, huh? Kept tabs on my communications and launched an investigation. And then finally we pinpointed where they were going to meet tonight. Staked it out. A restaurant and chicken kitchen. The manipulator plans on leaving the country tonight. On a submarine that belongs to the other country in this navy. Submarine. We haven't been able to find out where it's going to surface. Terrifying to think what would happen if his powers would fall into their hands. Right, highly unlikely they'd use them for peaceful purposes. Now they have that little girl as a hostage. Camilla. We have to stop him before he leaves the country. Spotless record of yours. Is it really that important to you? Of course, baby. In some ways, it's even more important to me than my life. Your life, huh? After all, because of my record, I'm able to get my hands on all intel as head of the special investigation. Because of my position, I get to direct all aspects of the investigation into the manipulator case. The manipulator case. That's why you cared about your record so much? Of course. Why else, baby? That's so funny. I was doing it all. I was not just a simple, ambitious fuck who wanted to get to the top of the law enforcement agency. I was just trying to pry into this whole thing about the manipulator. I like that every character in this game is better than you think they are. They are a more morally wholesome person. It's very interesting, because obviously most games it's the other way around. Except for Sissel himself, who you're playing the whole game and it turns out like, oh yeah, his body is currently the main antagonist. Currently he's trying to sell off his magical powers to some other country that is antagonistic to the country that we're playing in, but that's something else. Shooting all the uncanny confess. There's definitely something more to the story, some secret. I did everything I could to climb the ladder, everything in my power, and I finally found an answer. 5 long years. Manipulator. He's going to prove that Chad is innocent. understand. You're so determined to help Detective Chow. Why'd you help him escape from prison? That's an easy one, baby. Escaping from prison is a crime. I was about to help him commit a crime, but I'm spending 5 years trying to prove him innocent. And he himself has to be executed, you know? As a man of the law, I had to make sure the execution was stopped legally. And that's why I brought him before the Justice Minister, too. I need to buy as much time as I possibly could, baby. That's it, huh? Again, we all thought, you know, Cabanela was just like, mysterious, manipulative guy. And then, like, no, he's also trying to help out his buddy. In a different way than Lynn is trying to help out her hero. But, yeah. One little unfortunate result for us. Lynn completely misunderstood your intentions. Ha! With a misunderstanding. My baby will come around. Give it time. But there are more important things to do with our time than that. Alright. Got the traps in the basement. Build that to try to help Detective Chow. That's right. Chad and I worked together back when I was with the Force. I used the report of this case to try to recreate the device. There's just one I couldn't reproduce no matter how hard I tried. Bill told Chad it did something it shouldn't. It made it impossible. I added that part to the device I recreated. Putting that part that would allow Cupid to rotate. Otherwise the gun wouldn't fire. That must mean somebody manipulated Camilla's contraption. As a result, prove to ourselves the manipulator actually existed. Inspector Cabanela! Hey, baby. Sorry about that phone call. I must have sounded like a real villain. I hated to spoil your image of me. But that cool cat impersonator you always looked up to. Is that really the image she had of him? Aw. Alright, I have been not eating my dinner for about 2.5 hours, so let's get a little bit of that. Inspector Cabanela. I'm sorry, I just heard. You were chasing after that man all this time to try to help Detective Jowd. This manipulator is such a dangerous character. I was hoping you didn't have to be involved. That's why you had me arrested tonight, isn't it? Like I always say, if somebody's in the way, throw him in the slammer. Detective Inspector Cabanela. Is this what you do? Yikes. Tonight. I really thought we finally had him. But my body gave out on me right at the critical moment. Like a cruel joke. But a joke is a joke. You might as well laugh. Jowd! The minister called off the execution order. While he was at it, he let Detective Jowd go free until tomorrow morning, too. That's pretty extreme while he was at it. Sorry I took so long to get here. You can leave the rest to me. There you go again. You've always been like that. Make everybody else run around, and then you swoop in at the last second. Ciao. Ooh. 5 years ago, you left this coat with me just before you turned yourself in. I promise to give it back to you one day. I love how the bird does it. Ooh, let's go. Poppy in that uniform, though. Waiting so long, Detective Jowd. Waiting for the day to come. Thanks for not giving up on me, Lynn. Okay, I'm off then. Good luck, my old friend. Ooh. present you gave me. This is what I needed. Thank you. And you like it. Girl, go get him. Sissel, are you there? Yeah, I'm here. You and I have to go find that man. I need your help. Will you do this with me? Sure, but how? We don't know where the submarine is. The phone line doesn't work. They use communication cables to make their calls. We'll get you hooked up somehow. You'll see. Would you wait here until we do, please? Okay, fine. I'm counting on you. This true self you're looking for. I bet you'll find it soon. Alright, I'm leaving Inspector Cabanella. It's nice that we're actually able to save most of the people. Like, it's not like, yep, Inspector Cabanella has to die. It's almost gone. I'm not who I thought I was. I'm actually further from knowing who I am than ever. But now I don't feel so alone. Each one of us has our own reasons for the truth. Together, I think we can shed light on these mysteries surrounding the darkness. Almost done. Oh man, do I try to go through the rest of it, or do we save it for next week? Because it is late. I'm gonna save it for next time. Yeah, we've gone through 255 to 339. Oh. The track called Ghost Trick. Lingering Death. And then the illustration of the submarine, illustration of the man in red. Alright. I'm not gonna have a camera every time. Sometimes we're just gonna leave it like that. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Oh boy, I should not have been on my voice that hard. I've gotta run a Pathfinder game on Saturday. See ya. Oh wait, we have an end screen as well. Might as well show that. Au revoir.